What we're going to see here is setting up a test environment, a very basic test environment, the requirements that are necessary to sort of create a test middleware solution. What we need on the server side is the configuration necessary to set up, in our example, a queue. So I've got a JBoss installation. In the folder under the server, under default, under deploy, under messaging, according to the configuration of JBoss, I've created something called JMS destination-service.xml. It doesn't necessarily have to have this file name, but JBoss discovers certain configurations based on the end part of the file name, so the -service.xml part of the file name. What does this file look like for our specific needs? All we've got in the XML is a server element and an MBean element. MBean does not necessarily stand for messaging bean. This is actually, it stands for management bean in the JMX framework, which is not really ours. But the management bean that we're working with is actually destination manager within JBoss. But the key piece that we're looking at for our purposes is a service of type Q, and we're going to give it a name, in our case, Bank Q. Okay? When I start up JBoss without any application published, so that we're clear on what it is that we're looking at, I should be able to find in the server console or in the logs, I should be able to find that JBoss is actually registering something with this name, Bank Q. So back in Eclipse, I've deliberately removed all application code from the server itself. I just want to see the server start up and make sure that this configuration for the queue, that I at least have the basics of setting up my test environment for this messaging queue. So I'm going to go ahead and start the server, and we'll watch the server console. It just takes a few seconds for JBoss to start up. But what I'm looking for in the server console is this queue called Bank Q. And we'll see if we can find it. Should just take a few seconds for it to show up. And it's probably going to flash by on the screen. So I'll switch back, and it did. So I'll switch back to the server console window, maximize it, and I'm looking for Q service. Nope, that's not it. Q service, expiry, Q. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? It's there. I know it's there. So we'll scroll up, and we're looking for something. There it is, Q service. So, it just takes me a while. The coffee hasn't kicked in yet. But what we've got is the queue set up for our test middleware messaging infrastructure, our test messaging infrastructure within JBoss. So what you've got to be able to do as an application developer is you've got to be able to investigate how to set up your test environment for the server configuration before you can even begin testing your application code.